What's going on, guys? Today, a special bonus episode today. We both are tired. We both been running all day.
Mhm.
But my man Peel posted something and it was getting traction. He said people sleeping. What they say it wasn't they
Exactly.
it was over exaggerated.
Yeah.
Boy, and we finna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about it from a civilian standpoint because I wasn't in it like that. And I grew up more around hustlers than the gang stuff, but definitely for to talk about it. It would definitely, like you said, it definitely wasn't exaggerated. Depending on where you live, if you lived anywhere in the South, from Roosevelt, State Fairgrounds, all back to the freeway, definitely wasn't an exaggeration. Say
Mm.
definitely was not an exaggeration. From Main Street, if you live from Main Street all the way back, like 21st Street, all them streets, man,
All them
they
straight.
meant something. All them street numbers meant something. What I'm
Yeah.
saying? All of them. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, meant something. And let us know in the comments, man, what you think, man. What's some of the stuff you experienced? We finna talk about it though.
Yep.
How crazy was banging in Little Rock? Like,
Yeah.
was that came out like '94? We was looking it up like in the '94 and '90s.
Uh,
Before we talk about how crazy it was, what do you think influenced that? Do you think it was like the perfect storm of it was starting up there in the movies and the media, like NWA and stuff like that, or do you
nah.
think it was headed that way anyway? You think it was already headed that way anyway?
They was kind of headed that way anyway. Cause
Mm-hmm.
at first, Little Rock was more of it was like how Memphis was. I say it like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was kind of like how Memphis was. Like it
How
was.
Memphis like segregated or something, or what do you mean, like specifically like how Memphis was?
Kind of, how,
There's a lot of people in Memphis compared to Little
yeah,
Rock, bro.
compared, and
A
that's what I'm
lot.
saying. It was like a baby Memphis, you know what I'm saying? It was headed
Yeah.
towards a baby Memphis,
Mm.
but but when you have family that moved out to California and then came down here with that influence, you know,
So do you think that started the influence, like people going to LA and then coming back?
yeah.
What was the movie came out? Colors, man. That movie was
Oh, that was
crazy.
that
Like,
was a rough one.
yeah,
When
I'm
the
gonna say I
colors
think that made
came
a
out,
big
oh
influence. Like
god,
people don't talk about that movie enough, but that movie made a
it was already. That's what I'm saying. It was already happening here,
yeah.
and then when colors popped off, it just went. It was just went crazy after
I
that.
think New Jack City, dope and New Jack
Dope
City
era.
kind of was the perfect intersection. Like drugs, like New
Yeah,
Jack City and dope, that was like the
yeah.
perfect intersection too. And
But the dope was flowing through here anyway.
yeah,
It was flowing through here because it was like an untapped market.
but I think it was flowing through here, but like the really the crack it started being functional, then it turned to crackheads. That's probably like the late '80s when it started turning to like thriller videos at night. You know what I'm saying?
Cause
When crack started, you start seeing the effects of crack. At first, you probably didn't see no effect. Like I'm just selling something, and people like getting high. Then you start seeing the effects of crack babies and what people would do for crack. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
It started getting crazy and crazy. You know what I'm saying?
he said, what if someone?
Uh,
What do you do if someone offers you drugs? You just say
yeah,
no. And that was the '80s, so it's been going on. But it
yeah.
was like after a while, people started getting their own little connects, but it was really like College Station was the first one to really boom like that.
Yeah, and you got to think it's so far out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I wonder how many people, if you don't know, if
Mm-hmm.
you never even be out there, would you even know where College Station is? You kind of got to have like family to know, because you really wouldn't even know. Some people don't even drive out to far as Granite Mountain. If you from the
Mhm.
city, like you'd be surprised. I say, Granite Mountain, what's that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my dad, he had us all up, man. My dad had us all over the place. I'm talking about every project housing, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't live there, one of my siblings' mothers lived
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, my
And
siblings' mothers went from Highland Park to Granite Mountain. You know what I'm saying? What a transition. You know what I'm saying?
what a
We went from we lived in Shorter Garden, and then we moved. And like I said, we lived in the South End, but I think in South End I was so young. I think, and we stayed like say by Mr. Sunny House. It wasn't in the mix, like in the front part of South End. You know what I'm saying? Where it was in the park and everything. When it was a park up there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We really want my mom wouldn't let us go up there. You know what I'm
hold
saying?
on.
So go ahead.
Hold on. Hold
Are you good? Go ahead. But yeah, guys, let us know, man. How crazy was that? How crazy was that time? Dude, if you want to talk about that,
What's that?
hanging in Little Rock. I was just telling people if they see, let us know in the comments how crazy was that time. Cause so what do you think, man? Some of the factors that people don't like talking about that lead a person to join the gang, like in that area. You know,
Oh, oh, family. Families. It wasn't what it used to be, or you looking for. You know what I'm saying? You looking for a
yeah.
certain type of family, and they
Mhm.
just happen to wear a same color rag, or it was some that was just so easily influenced, and
Yeah,
they crash out.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that. What do you think make a crash out, join the gang? He it's almost like he's looking to be
that's what it was destined to be.
crash out.
Yeah.
Even the women. I mean, the women they get you gonna get ran through too as a woman. Ain't no easy ride. There's no woman either back then. It wasn't no easy ride either. You know,
Yeah.
no pun intended, but it was no. It wasn't no easy.
Yeah.
You had to go through that thing. You know
Yeah. Not,
what I'm saying?
and not all of them, had to sleep to get in and stuff like that. Some was,
But it was those were the few percentage that really was about their life though. Like they had them hands, they'll whoop a dude though. Them are those were far few in between. You know what I'm saying?
but
We all know women like that, like she'll whoop a dude. You know what I'm saying?
mhm. And she
Yeah,
might
but
pop.
that was like those like the smaller percentage, the majority. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the minority though, women that have tote that 380, man, let that thing loose.
Man.
Those are different. Those they not going through that. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the crash outs. You know what I'm saying?
Pop you with, she got on hoop earrings and
Boy, bamboo earring, boy, feelers, those
with a French roll.
are them British Knights, boy.
Yeah.
Be careful, don't run them British Knights. Boy,
Mm-mm.
you go down Wood
Mm-mm.
Street, you go down Wood Street, you want to. Don't be over in K Hall with them BKs on,
And
man.
yeah, that's one of them things. Like it's just like you couldn't even wear your favorite sports team,
Mm-mm.
because everything meant something.
Man, I
Uh,
had family stayed on Wright Avenue. Man, I had family everywhere, man. I had family. Shout out, man, my Uncle Josh, man. He stayed on Wright Avenue, man. My cousin Lee shout out to Lee man. My cousin.
um,
Dude was so crazy, man. Man, and I had so many family members in jail too, man. It, like I
mhm.
think some dudes like it's just survivors. That's where you live. I think that was one of the things I thought about. Like before I had a family, like I really need to be stable enough so I can live in an area where I don't have to, think about that kind of stuff with my kids. I know back then you really didn't have no choice, probably because just getting out of Jim Crow and the racism and stuff like this. So most black people just stayed in that one area. But the downside could have been, the collateral damage of it could be, hey, your kids get caught up in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah,
But you think about, what made people, get to that point where they, start ganging up and stuff. Just like what some of them contributing factors that people really don't talk about. Like, most dudes that lead gangs, like they don't realize they could really be CEOs, but they just don't get the opportunity, and the structure. Because especially back then, you didn't even have that in the '90s. They wasn't even heard of. You know what I'm saying?
the the most
No.
that's the and they're not a gang. I don't want to call it. They're not considered a gang,
What's
but
that?
an organization. GDs had the best organization, hands down,
I
hands
don't
down.
know about that.
I'm telling you, hands down, they have the
How
best.
you ever listen to the OGs, those OG documentaries, and like the
Uh,
dudes that be doing the interview with the podcast? I don't know. So I'm saying it could be the best organization, but how they had to be the best, like they led with
it,
fear, you know what I'm saying, and
they are more
law. They
structured.
laid down a law, you know what I'm saying.
It was so well structured. That's why I say
But
it.
what I'm saying, it was structured because they laid down the law. They
Mm,
didn't play no game. Pumpkinhead, where you think that came from?
mm,
When you get DP, the Pumpkinhead, that
mm,
came from the GD. That
yeah.
ain't even funny, but if you get out of line, they gonna beat the brakes off of it till your head look like a pumpkin. And you see
Mm,
them pictures, it's like, dang, how
mm,
long do
mm,
you have to get the brakes beat off for you till your whole head swell up? That's
mm,
crazy.
mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say they're the most well structured that I've ever seen.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
when you look at some of the leaders, like when they show their pictures and stuff, they charismatic, but you can see it in their eyes. They don't play no games. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They don't play no games at all. That's the only way you can lead a game, though. You have to be the most feared and the most revered in order to get respect, or they not gonna fear you. You know, I think that's sometimes people don't realize too. Like they have to know that you can do the most heinous things, or they not gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When you play around in the streets, if you're not willing to do that, the streets not gonna be good for you. You know what I'm saying?
and and like for people that were, like in the South, like we went to other schools. We didn't go to schools like that was close by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't get that. Though. I didn't understand
Yeah.
that either. Why they did that? Like, why most of y'all just didn't go to Horace Man? You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know when I went to Dunbar, though, a lot of people from in that neighborhood went to Dunbar. Though. I can't say that when I went to Dunbar, man, it was dudes from Wolf Street. It was dudes from
That
23rd. It was crazy,
that's
man.
why I say
It was
that.
fights every day. When I was in seventh grade, it was like fights almost every day, man. It was
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I
You know what I'm
forgot.
saying?
Dang, I forgot the name of the projects that was right down the street.
Oh, Village Square? You talking about Village Square?
Yeah, Village Square. Oh gosh, man. There's some apartments over there in Southwest now, but I think they done changed. I think it's like a what you call it now, a women's thing now.
Hmm?
Every time, right there, them apartments by the library and the substation.
Library and substation.
Them
Oh, you
apartments.
talking about across the street from
Yeah.
the Catholic church? I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about though.
Every time I look at the apartment, I'm like, boy, that remind me of Village Square. It was like, man,
Yeah.
that was a rough one.
Oh,
But
you stayed in Village Square?
now we used to
Oh,
go over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, what was some of the family dynamics, man? That of people in the streets, like people don't that they may not realize. Because I think I was talking about this at the church, and I think they was kind of like for real, like yeah, they is. I told them, man, it's hard for kids to really to lock in on some of this stuff, and when you go to the refrigerator and it's just pet milk in the refrigerator, you know?
Powder.
Literally, that's it, pet milk. You know what I'm saying? And you got to poke holes in it with a knife. You ain't even got a can opener. You use a knife. You know what I'm saying?
With a
And
butter
then
knife.
I know, right? And pour it on some cereal. You know, some off-brand generic cereal you don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a luxury. Pet milk was a luxury.
But what's some of the family dynamics, man? Of people that you think in the streets that people don't talk about though.
As far as what, like,
Just, I mean, just general stuff. You don't have to say. I'm just saying. I know, like when I say dynamics, right? Like
mm,
growing up in a single parent home, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a father figure, so you can do whatever you want. And you can go to and fro however you want. There's
uh,
no structure. You know what I'm saying?
even in even like I just touch on that little subject. Like even when you was in a single parent households,
Yeah.
like fear was installed first.
Oh, 100%.
And the fear was installed, but you can act
Yeah.
like you say just because I ain't got no dad, I can do whatever. All right. Now you got now your mama done hit you across the head with a
Yeah.
transmission, and now you just sitting there look
But
stupid.
some homeboys I know they didn't have their mom wasn't like that though. My mom. Well, she was like that, but it's some dudes. They moms
Yeah.
not as strict, or their moms left them with their grandma. That's another family dynamic. They mom
Mm-hmm.
leave them with their grandma, and their grandma don't have enough energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's so many dynamics. It's no one thing. It's so
Yeah.
many dynamics
Yeah.
in the streets. You know,
Yeah.
some dudes their grandparents was in the streets, and it
Yeah.
just passed down through the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it back then it was a lot of but it was like that today too. But it's like
What's that?
kids raising kids, kids having
Mm,
kids, and they
mm,
ain't fully developed, and now they got a whole two or three kids by the
yeah,
time they're 19
right.
and haven't
And
lived.
is there a way that we can kind of instill that in kids, not to try to prevent that, or you think?
I mean, you'll
I think,
basically be talking to you blue in the face because they.
but they can't say they didn't know at that point. All you can do is present them with the information. They can't say they didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I think the thing that blows my mind is it's so much data out there now. It's hard to say that you don't know.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's right there in your face in your family dynamic, and you just not paying attention until it's you. Then you be like, dang, you know what? I get it now. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now want somebody to, and then, like I say, you can get empathy, but a lot of times when you in that family dynamic like that, they don't have money to bail you out. They can give you empathy and feel bad for you, but you're gonna have to figure it out financially. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And that's the part I'm trying to get kids to understand. You know what I'm saying?
you can be 50 years old and still don't know a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
So even with
But you
the
got common sense to be like, man, it don't make sense to try to have kids, and you're not ready for that because it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That family dynamic, it causes tension. Like that video I sent you where dude said his mom and his dad, like he grew up with both his parents, but they his mom was in the streets, dad was in the streets, and he said his mom would be mad, and I should find that video and play some of that. And he was saying his mom would when she get mad, you just get out the way because you didn't want to be in the path. You know, if the liquor run out or she didn't have something, she'd
Mhm,
be mad, or she go out with a homegirl. She act like they wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And
Yeah.
matter of fact, let me see if I can find it real quick. Why you? But it's so many dynamics though, man. When you talking about streets, that some kids they parents really don't show them love. Like they really don't feel. All they get is whoopings. They only get responses when something negative happen, and never not rewarded or anything. You know, they bring home a good report card. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't realize like that can kind of drive a kid to stuff because they may get some kind of
Mhm.
what am I trying to say? They may get some kind of validation from other people that they don't get at home. You know what I'm saying?
But
That happens too. You know what I'm saying?
but it's true. You're supposed to make good grades.
I'm saying, but you don't get the acknowledgement, or um, you only get attention when something negative happens. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you're supposed to make good grades, but when you're a kid, if your parents don't say, "Man, we proud of you, good job," you know what I'm saying, great work, and it's just okay, good. But then if you act up at school or something crazy happen, you get all that attention. You get the crazy whoopings and all that, and you get, why are you doing that? You get,
Yeah.
it's more emphasis on the negative than it is a positive. And
Yeah.
it needs to be a balance, in my opinion. But you know what I'm saying? And some people take that, everybody don't take that the same. Some people can't say, well, yes, I'm supposed to make good grades. I don't live off validation. But there's majority, not the minority, but I think there are more people that need validation than don't, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you hear dudes say in documentaries, when they do something with a gang or they put in work, they get that validation, get the street cred. Street cred is validation, right? Right? Wouldn't that be validation? Street cred?
I mean, if you look at it like this,
What do you think it is?
I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah. I mean, if you look at it like that, if you look at it like that, that's all I can say. But
I'm saying everybody look at things different though. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying?
trauma and relationship issues because
start it back over. Hey man, let's listen to this real quick. He kind of talk about that, about the parents. They bigger than accountability.
let's normalize parents apologizing to their kids. Just because you created a child doesn't mean you get a free pass on accountability. See, my parents did a horrible job raising us. 5 kids. 4 of us been in prison. All 5 of us dealing with trauma and relationship issues.
What you think about what he's saying so far? Parents not above accountability. What you think about that?
I agree with him. Like it just goes back to the point that you know when they don't know, they just don't know, and they thinking they doing it the right way. Until
But
later on, you be like, dang,
I
it's
think
not.
what he's
It,
saying is, when you find out you're not doing it the right way, would you to let your kids know we didn't do this the right way? You just be like, well, we raised you and da 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 da, and then you just gotta live with it. You don't realize they could have been traumatized. Yeah,
and they also like your parents aren't the reason you went to prison. You made that choice.
well, for sure.
Yeah.
I tell y'all that all the time. Y'all be bashing me. I tell y'all that all the time.
But
because of how we were
Hmm?
some people do have horrible parents.
Oh, 100%.
raised. Both of my parents are still alive today, and neither of them has ever reached out and said, son, I'm sorry. I could have done better. My number ain't changed. My line of communication has always been open. All it takes is accountability. A few years ago, my dad saw one of my TikTok videos where I talked about how I was raised. He sent me a message saying, son, I need to talk to you about some things. I said, cool, sent him a number. Instead of calling me, he sent me his address and said, you could come over. Now, hold on. I've tried to repair things with my dad before, and it just didn't work out. So you see my content online, and now I'm supposed to pull up to you so you can have this talk. You grew up.
What you think about what he's saying? That makes sense?
Yeah, I just
Because
listen.
most people try to hear his dad. Most older people will try to spin that like you should come to them. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta to have a mindset to say, no, 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 no. I already tried this before. I'm not fit to go down this path again. You're not fit to ruin my peace. It take a different mindset to be in this place. You know what I'm saying? Because people will try to spin it on you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you want to hear it out, listen to him. That's all you.
I think
That's
he's
all.
not saying. I think he's saying he want to listen to him, but he's saying like you need to. I'm not fit to just come to your house. You're gonna have to call me. Let's work on it. You know what I'm saying? Before we do it. Oh, that's what it sounded like to me. What he was saying.
Like what I heard is like they really ain't got no relationship anyway.
Right. Yeah. So he's saying that's what he's saying. We
Like
don't have a relationship for me to come over your house because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want to ruin my freedom because it get heated real fast, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Sometimes when two
but
men talking, man, it get heated real
yeah,
quick.
but that lets you know he might not even be ready to grow up yet.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean you can preach, but that if you feel like you can't have a level headed conversation,
No, I'm saying maybe his dad
yeah.
won't be level headed. Sometimes you can come in with a level head, but it's the other person
That's what I'm saying. Who
that won't be
knows? But
level.
if he was like,
Mhm.
hey, this my address, like you got the messages, just show it. Like I
Without a father yourself. You should already understand what a son needs. You should have been searching for me long before you saw a video online. You should have been asking
Mm.
for my address so you can come see me. I'm not saying it out of ego. I'm saying I want to see some effort because I put effort into becoming a man without a father. I need some of that back because I'm going to tell you this right now. If there was ever distance between me and my son, I'm going to get him. I don't care what condition I'm in. I don't care what pride I got to swallow. I'm finding my son. I'm having the conversation because I refuse to damage his life the way mine was damaged. Same thing with my mama. She know how to reach me when she needs some money. She'll send a Cash App request with no message. No, how you doing, son? Nothing. Just a request. But somehow reaching out to repair the relationship never happens. To me, that's pride. That's ego. And again, I'm not saying it's out of ego. I need to see effort because I put a lot of effort into becoming a man without my mother's love. I need some of that back. And being a parent does not put you above respect. Being a parent makes you responsible, not untouchable. It's an abuse of authority when parents think that they could treat their kids any kind of way and never be held accountable. I forgive both of my parents, but forgiveness does not mean access. From this point forward, if you're not willing to reach out, pull up, and make things right with some real effort, then I have to put boundaries in place. And a lot of people don't like hearing that, but parents are not above accountability.
What you think about that, bro?
Shit, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say so much, but I can't right now because I don't
I
want
get it.
to. I don't
I
want
get
to
it.
offend nobody. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I'm just that's why I play these videos. So it's just general. Like, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, because you know people get
Cause
offended.
in the South, man, and I don't know where he from, but in the South, boy, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You almost have to understand it, like what he's saying, though. Man, in order to keep your peace, sometimes, man. I know for me, like that's why I always say when I turned 17, I told myself, whatever I didn't get, whatever I didn't have, it don't even matter no more. I'm an adult now. I have to move different regardless. You know what I'm saying? Mistakes and all, I'm just gonna have to figure it out and get better as I go. But I don't know. I think when you holding on to stuff, it take away from your resources on focusing on, what you can do now to get better. So I always look at it like if I'm spending 50%, if I got $100, I'm spending $50 to remember stuff that happened in the past. I could be using that $50 for something else for the future. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me though.
Yeah.
Because my health is important. Sometimes I've seen this in my own family. Some people holding on to something, and it's killing you on the inside. It's causing you to have these high blood pressure because you boiled up, your blood boiling about something that happened, 10 years ago. I'm not telling you how to think, how to feel. I'm just saying, how much is your health worth to you? You know what I'm saying? But because
That's
things
what.
happen, man. You know what I'm saying? When you talking
That's
about
what I
family
always say.
dynamics and stuff, huh?
That's why I always say like some people trauma is just got them so messed up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like damn, like you sympathize with them, but like you say, I can't say, hey, just get over it. Which that's what everybody gonna say. Like man, you gonna have to get over it. But some people trauma just take them down through there so bad that there's no coming back for them. At least
I
that's what
know.
they think.
If somebody asked me, like I think I was saying, you realize when you get as you grow older, the power of choice. Um, and like you say, the trauma could take you down there. It's like if you choose to hold on to it, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Like I say, the life you choose. When you choose, whatever you choose, you gotta take what come with it. You can't choose it and be like, I don't want that. It's you chose it. It's like if you choose to eat a jalapeno pepper, you can't say, I want to eat a jalapeno pepper, but I don't want the spice that come with it. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? If you eat the jalapeno pepper, you're gonna feel the spice. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
and
And
some people just can't make it that. For me, I make stuff that simple. Like I could choose to let it go, or I can choose to hold on to it. But either way, it's gonna as a result, it's gonna come at either one. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
my health, I just prioritize. My health is more important because when I'm in the hospital with tools in my mouth, the person who did something to me, they're probably eating ice cream at Baskin Robbins. You know what I'm saying? And that's just reality. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? And but
that's
everybody different.
yeah. Like like small stuff that people take for granted.
Yeah, for sure.
People been carrying on trauma for a long time. Like
Yeah,
to hear your mother say, "I love you," or "Let me call my mom," or "Damn, me and my dad had a talk." A lot of
yeah,
people take that for granted. Some kids never even heard "I love you" from their mama or
right,
daddy.
for sure.
You know,
And
What's-
the thing that's even tougher, like he's saying, your parents won't even say, um, apologize or even say they even did something wrong. And they did that, like they never even told you they love you. You see what I'm saying? and they won't even like, acknowledge that it happened. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people I grew up with, like living in the projects, dudes see their moms get choked out, and but they won't say, they don't think they traumatize their kids, and they wonder why their kids, and they won't say nothing like it never had that, like it never happened. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's real. And that's a family
Mm-hmm.
dynamic too. Kids join gang, they trying to get away from the family. They tired of seeing their parents fight like it's an MMA fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get it twisted. There's some women out there, they beat up dude, they spouses too. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying?
or you
Yeah.
see
No.
it happen, or you see it happen,
Yeah.
but you're so small you felt
Defenseless. You can't do nothing about it.
yeah, and then you grow older, you be like, that'll never happen again. And then that's
Mm.
when, stuff like that. It happens so often.
Then, you when you were a kid, when you start having you start thinking, you thinking like, why does they go, why if you get away from it, why do you go back? You know what I'm saying? Like
Trauma
common
bond,
sense be like, why am I going back? You know what I'm saying?
trauma bonding, trauma
Huh?
bond, and love is
Yeah.
blind. And trauma bond, like some people, they do witchcraft. Witchcraft,
Well,
it'll
if,
do it.
if a girl rubbed me the wrong when I was single, girl rubbed me, that's it. You out the man, you cut from the team. That's it.
Mhm.
That ain't the Patriot way. We don't get down like that over here. But
Yeah, that's that's a trauma too.
what's that?
Hey, I
But
don't want to
protecting your peace is trauma.
Mm-mm. No, not protecting your peace.
Yeah, protecting your peace.
Mm-mm. That's
Because if you don't, you be like Sauce Walker, right? Messing with
mm-mm.
the wrong people, then you get put out there messing with the
Mm-mm.
wrong person.
That's
Yeah.
before there was commitment issues.
You said what?
Yeah, commitment issues.
I understand that commitment issues too. Yeah, I understand that too. But I know when you're dating, you're trying to figure out what you like and what you don't like because you don't really know. You weren't taught these things too. So
Mhm.
it's like a lot of things happening at one time. You whatever trauma you deal with as a kid, commitment issues, and you're trying to figure out yourself at the same time. And you don't have a mentor to say you really don't have to do those three things. You can just kind of do this without doing that. You just doing it. It's a lot of dudes out here. They living on their own opinions, and they don't have that mentor to be like, nah, don't do it like that. Do it like this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's just me. So, what do you think the difference between in the '90s drug dealers and gang activity? Is there a difference, or is it kind of one and the same?
It was one and the same. It was just
Because I grew up around hustlers. I know dudes that wasn't in gang. They just sold dope. They wasn't in gangs.
yeah, they was
You know
in the
what I'm saying?
game. They were just you didn't know the
No,
game.
I'm just saying they really wasn't in the gang. They probably was from a neighborhood. They was known for the neighborhood they was from. They wasn't in the gang though.
Yeah, that's why I say it was all the same thing. Because you can not be in the game, but just because you're from the area, you automatically tied to it anyway.
Because I think this is my experience growing up around hustlers. They don't like the heavy gang because it make the streets hot. And when the streets hot, you can't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
Gang activity, dudes that's really in the gang, they don't care about none of that. Like the crash out, they don't care about none of that. When it's time to put in work, they want to put in their work.
I mean, most.
Because some people, man, it's like they love the terror of or they love to see the fear on somebody's face when they pull their gun out. It's like they addicted to that. I don't know. It just seems like they just love that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
on the people I saw.
It's the corner. Those the corner boys. Mostly was gang members. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm talking
Like,
about the dudes who sold dope to those, like the
yeah,
dude, not the nickel bag. I'm talking about the dude who wholesale, like they buy from it, then they bust it down.
you,
I'm talking about the dudes that
you ain't
sell the
gonna.
key to the neighborhood and they bust down the key. I'm talking about that level.
Yeah, and like I've been
The
around.
plugs and stuff. Dude that was the plugs or whatever.
I've
Hmm?
been around both,
Right.
and they all one and the same to
I don't
me.
know. I've been around dudes who really. Now there was some dudes there that was in it, but I seen some that really wasn't.
There's,
Um,
yeah,
they weren't about the game. Like they literally was just fronting people and like just
yeah,
selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
they
I
was
seen both sides.
taking a risk, and if your street too hot, you ain't getting no more. So calm it down.
But
That's how,
gang activity though,
you know.
when you really some dudes really about the gang life, not even about the drug. I'm just talking about the gang life, like putting in pain and putting in their work. You know what I'm saying?
That's you know from
I'm
where
just saying
it's
like the mindset. I'm not. I'm saying like dudes that like kidnapping people, putting them in the trunk and stuff like that. I mean, they like to
though.
do that. What do you have to bypass in your head to make it cool to do that?
That's
Like it don't bother you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
trauma. Like some kids, some people just be so messed up, got
I
messed up
get it.
so early.
I'm trying
Like
to get people to.
it's tough to
Yeah,
fathom that. Like, damn,
yeah,
what was the turning point to be like? They be like, forget it. You know what I'm
yeah, for sure. I'm trying to give people the insight. Yeah, because to shoot somebody, just to get the gun and shoot at somebody. Yeah, it's something going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, for you
saying?
to bypass. Because most times, common sense. You really, unless like say you trauma, you desensitized, it don't even bother you. But the average person don't really want to just run up and shoot somebody unless they defend themselves or something like that. But yeah, there's some people out there, man. They will, boy,
Yeah.
they get off to themselves, torture people, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And people hating on them little country towns, man. Them dudes in the country are even worse. Will drop you off in the cornfield, no problem. Hey, you lucky if they find you. You know what I'm
But
saying?
cornfield, boy, you getting fed to the hogs.
Boy, I don't think people realize that too. How many murders
Swamps.
that go unsolved? That nobody, it just they come up missing, they never get found. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
Swamp
people
somewhere.
realize that. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
100%.
Gone alligator and tow you up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
But yeah, and then we'll talk about this too. How neighborhoods reputation spread. You know what I'm saying? Word of mouth. How it spread faster than the news. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
people talking about Oak Street. We talk like Oak Street was known for hustling. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Crack for real.
yeah, for real.
Wolf Street. Like
Yeah,
if you know what's crazy? If you not from Worcester, you don't know nothing about that. You would never ride through Wolf Street. Like go from
that's-
Wright Avenue and ride Wolf Street all the way over to Roosevelt. You wouldn't even do it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Most people don't even do it. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and people got to realize it's two sides.
Yeah,
That
100%.
it's what you think.
Man,
What it cross on the other side of Roosevelt is different over
boy,
there.
boy. Most people never. I think the average person they would never ride Wolf Street all the way down to
Boy, you,
the park, all the way
you
down to
at the
Interstate Park.
you at the bottoms. That's the bottom for real.
21st Street. Was it 21st from Main Street all the way down to the bridge?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long street, man. You be careful. You go down there back then. It don't seem like it's that long, but you
It
go down
don't
there at the
seem like
wrong
it's long
time.
until you
It
walk it.
seems long if you go down there at the wrong time.
You walk it, yeah, boy. You in trouble.
Oh, I wouldn't know, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. All them street with numbers, man. Pine Street, that whole area from what the cemetery, like before we get to Right Avenue, the cemetery, all the way back
Mhm.
to what? Go down Ashes Cemetery,
Yeah,
all the way back to
yeah.
uh,
It's
probably
just
all the way back to Eula, man.
yeah,
Back to
and
Eula, man.
then and that's what people didn't realize. Like, ain't nothing but a street is dividing certain areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing but a street.
Cause what Wolf Street, then what was the street? The Bloods was on like, was it?
Mm-mm.
Wasn't it like a couple streets over?
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
one,
it's
two. You know what
crazy.
I'm saying? Yeah,
What you talking about? Sunset, like Sunset and stuff like that.
Sunset, them VLs over there. Them,
Oh, okay, okay.
so,
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Terrence
See, that's a
area.
whole nother. See, that's three. It's like three or four in one area. You know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's crazy.
it was mostly uh uh Pyru. Well, some people say blood, some people
I thought Pyro was South End.
like that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Oh,
still like the older heads, like my era.
yeah.
It was Pyru, but it's still they'll still say what up, blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
And then East End, the old East End, like the jungle,
ooh,
man. Ooh,
ooh,
boy, and that boy,
Hanger, ooh,
boy.
boy, treacherous.
Oh
Hanger
man.
still treacherous.
See gangbanging in Little Rock, they didn't go to the East End, they didn't go to the jungle, they didn't go to Highland Park. Um they didn't even go to the South End. They didn't go to the South End projects. They didn't go to none
Mm-mm.
of that. Shorter Garden, they didn't none of that stuff. No, I think they did they go to Shorter Garden? I don't know.
No, no, sir.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
Hemlock
go.
Court, Hemlock
Good,
Court, you know what I'm
good.
saying? Dixie, all that stuff. You hear about all that stuff. Stay
Uh,
away from those areas, boy,
yeah.
unless you want it.
That's
Cause it's
that's
there.
why that's why when you see it on the people, some people haven't watched the documentary ever, and some just watch little bits and pieces.
Yeah, little bits and pieces. Yeah.
But like the area that they was in, and that what made it so crazy because they was like, that wasn't even the bad part, but it was the bad part. It was just
Nah, like I said, they went in the jungle. They
that
probably
was
couldn't
saying.
even go in Highland Park. They wouldn't even made it out. They done went to
Yeah,
Highland Park.
it was
Monroe.
it was
Monroe.
bad.
They didn't go to Monroe. They was known for hustling too, Monroe.
That's why I say they
They
went
was
to a
known for getting
bad
money too.
area, but it was areas way worse than that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, yeah. Silver City Court, they done rebuilt it now, but yeah, Silver City Court,
and
boy.
people didn't. And people think it's a game. The white boys really ran Southwest. They ran Southwest for a minute.
No, they moved
Yes, they
out,
did.
man.
Yes, sir, they did.
I'm talking about
They
when they
were,
moved out.
yeah. When they moved out, it was over. Well, they got ran up out of there. But at first, yeah, it was serious. It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the black folks ended up having what was it, Sin City. It was after
Yeah.
that it was like
That was a tough neighborhood. I heard a lot of older people talk about Sin City. Yeah, that's before my time too. Yeah, I heard a lot of older people talk about that. It's like there's a lot of dudes dead in there. The police wouldn't even come in there till later, man.
Mhm.
To get them, man. It's
It's
crazy. If they come, you know
and
what
it
I'm saying?
still got an eerie feeling over there.
Yeah, they got it. That's like a day. Yeah, it's pretty abandoned. Now, those storage buildings right in front of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody never messes those storage buildings, but now
Yeah.
the homeless keep rising in the area, and now
Mhm.
they didn't mess with that. Somebody set that on fire. That
Mm.
storage building been there for years.
I didn't know
It's Mason brick storage building, man. It's been there for years, man.
that. I
Now
didn't
that
know.
thing they had to brick off the doors, man, because they can't even they messing with that, man. That's crazy.
And,
Why do you think that is, man? Like in mostly black neighborhoods, you really can't. It's hard to have stuff because people gonna break into it, mess with it.
mhm.
You almost got to have like a Fort Knox kind of security, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Is it just the people, man, the mindset?
ah, ah, like that's what I was trying to tell people. When they tore down all them projects, them people had to go somewhere.
They had to go somewhere. Yep,
You
yep.
know what I mean?
They had to go somewhere. When they tore down the jungle, they had to go somewhere.
And
I don't
right.
know how Hanger Hill how somehow hanging in there. They keep remodeling, I guess, remodeling it, I guess.
Nah, it still look like Hank.
Yeah, it's still
It,
Hanger Hill. You know
it
what I'm saying?
still
For
look
real.
like Angle to me, but
Yeah, they
uh,
they starting to gentrify though. They working their way from the river over though. On the
yeah.
backside of the East End, they working their way over. You gotta be careful.
So right now, the real projects is Pharaoh. There's a project.
You talking about over there over John Burrow?
Yeah, that's a
Oh
project.
yeah, oh yeah,
That is the projects.
yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Fair Oaks is crazy.
You know.
Oh, they on Little Rock Hood news all the time.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
don't know.
I rolled by Shorter Garden. Yeah, that thing they got everybody moved out just about to Shorter Garden. They about to probably bulldoze there in a little bit. They
Mm-hmm.
already tore down Hemlock Court. That's gone.
Uh-huh.
Dixie still there, but this house is in Dixie though.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
House is in
Dixie did a little different. I,
Man, Dixie crazy because it's
I,
only one way in. A lot of their streets is just dead end. Every street is almost a dead end.
uh,
You mess around and go talk to a girl over there, you get stuck.
mhm.
Dude block the whole street off. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
That was a no fly zone.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree.
Any
Yeah,
project is a no fly zone. So you
yeah.
know, LA, and even if you knew somebody over there, there wasn't stopping too
Yeah,
much.
Highland Park was no fly zone.
Oh,
Period.
that's why. That's first trauma.
Boy, Eastgate, no fly zone.
Mm.
Somehow they was about to tear those apartments down. Somehow they survived, man. They remodeling, I guess, but they survived.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I said, I've always known Oak Street to be they've always been hustlers, you know what I'm saying? They selling crack.
Mm.
I never known them to really just like big gang stuff, just like that. They was always known for hustling and stuff.
They was both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was with all of it, but it was
College Station, they reputation, man.
yeah.
They didn't play around either, boy.
Nah.
I mean, they was burning up dudes alive in cars. You just hear about this stuff. It just
Uh-huh.
spread, man. You be at school, man. I heard about what happened over in College Station, man. Man, they found a dude in the middle of College Station, man. Burning it up. Like, that's crazy. Man, you know how vicious you gotta be in your mind to really set somebody on fire. Just watch them burn.
That's the worst smell ever too.
And you can live, like you can still go home and kiss your kids good night and go to sleep, man. It's unreal, you know what I'm saying?
Burning flesh is one of the worst smells.
What about hearing this dude scream because he burned? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't funny, but you just hear some of the crazy stuff. Like, this dude burned, you know what I'm saying?
I don't wish nobody would want that.
No.
Like,
I mean, I have fans for Sweet Home, my fans for Sweet, because it's right around the College Station. They did some crazy stuff for Sweet Home too.
My goodness,
man. News will steal your car, throw it in the blue hole. Your car would never be found again. Gone.
No.
I remember when they talking about doing these LS swaps now. They was doing that back then. They was taking the 1500s back then, like the 90s, and they would take them out and put them in like Monte Carlos. They'll take the truck and throw it in the blue hole, take the motor and transmission out, put it in a Caprice or something. You know what I'm saying? Doing that back then.
If your car was stolen, never recovered.
Yeah. Probably in the blue
10
hole.
times out of 10, that's where it was.
Boy. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a wild area, but now these kids just shooting each other just because. Ain't nobody ain't nobody thinking about money. It's just the reputation.
Yeah, reputation. Yeah. And I think they're addicted to that, man. Like just shooting at people, man. Or shooting a gun, man. Yeah. Then you put a switch on that thing, shooting, man. Boy, I think, and it's some dudes who do it. It's some dudes who do that and they never even use a gun. Then it's the dudes who really want to do it. Like some dudes, they just carry it for protection. They never really use it. And like them dudes that we seen at Woodrow, right? They let that mug off and they run. You know what I'm saying? I think the gun scared them too. They probably never shot that mug. They know it was on there, but they never shot it to see. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go to the gun range like and see how that thing hit. That was their first time. You know what I'm saying?
Send them to Iraq. Send them over there. That's what that's what they need to be doing. Just send them to the service, man. Go to the service.
Yeah. And that's another thing too, man. Penitentiary. You see dudes go to the pen and they come back out and they not the same. You know what I'm saying? Because you even in the streets, you know, it could be tough, but you got a little bit more space than in jail. Jail, you in a cage. You know what I'm saying? It's only so much space that you got. You know what I'm saying? It's hand to hand combat. You know, hand to knife and all that stuff. And you got to be on a different level to fight every day. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in shape, you got to be in shape for this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, and if you young, like dudes going in there 17, 18, you don't realize it. You're going in there against grown men's strength, and you just 17 years old, 18 years old. You hadn't even reached grown man's strength yet. You know what I'm saying? And you going in there with a dude that's, 30, 40 years old. He looking at you like you a prom date. You know what I'm saying? And, a lot of dudes talk tough, but not all of them. Some of them dudes, they did get got. They ain't gonna say it, but just off the reality, you 18, 19, this dude 35, 40, grown man strength, probably been working out especially back then, still weights and everything. You got to do walking up to you like Tukey, man. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You 17, 160 pounds soaking wet. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
And not realizing they politics way different.
I
Politics.
heard in Texas, it's brutal in Texas, boy. I heard it's brutal, boy.
Yeah.
Man.
Mm-mm.
And then if you don't have the heart, that's just the heart to stab somebody, I guess, if that makes sense. You listen, document, you gotta have the heart to stab somebody. You can't hesitate. Sometimes regular people, you may hesitate for a second, like, Ray, do I really want to do this? But in jail, man, I don't think you can hesitate. You just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And take what come with it after. You just ain't got no choice at that point. But still, like stabbing somebody, it ain't easy to do that. Like to just stab somebody. People think it's easy because they see it on TV, but if you got a knife in your hand, it's a dude right there in front of you. Do you got the will to stab this dude? That's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. It sounds easy, but till you have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Getting poked up.
Poked up with an ice pick, man. What OG Percy say, boy, I take this ice pick and blow your kidneys out, man. That's crazy. And then you see dudes like OG Percy. This dude was like 60-some years old and ripped up, man. You know what I'm saying? Grown man strength and he ripped up, and you come in there 16 soaking wet. He talking about, man, you got to fight, man. You got to show that you worthy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Turn into a gladiator. I ain't even trying to. So the last thing is, what made you not get heavily involved in the streets?
Shit. Sports, man. Sports saved me. Sports saved.
Yeah.
I was already pretty decent with, smart.
Yeah.
But sports it just took you away from everything. You know, when you was younger, you were wild out, and then the old heads be like, "Bro, you got talent. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something." And you ain't had no problem after that ever since. But my dad, he from the west side, so
Yeah.
I'm going over there to see what they doing, kicking it with them. But even then, kicking it with them, we'll still go to the court and hoop.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, but yeah, a lot of old heads gave some game. Like, man, don't be like we're gonna be right here. We're gonna be right right out here doing the same thing. And lo and behold, they was out doing the same thing.
There's a combination of things for me. Like getting picked on was a humbling experience because I was out most of the time by myself because we moved around so much. Getting picked on, like I said, growing up, being in different projects, you just kind of see the outcome of a lot of people you was rolling with. One day you hanging out with your homeboy, or dudes you grow with. Then next thing you know, you find out they on the case now. You know what I'm saying? And then not having that father figure because he died so when I was so young. My mom used to always tell me, "Don't hang around the wrong crowd." I didn't get it when I was probably in 7th grade, but going to Dunbar though and seeing the different outcomes, like learning from other people's results. I used to have an uncle to tell me that, like, you got to learn from other people's results sometimes, and you start to see the trajectory of those. Like, you think you are hard, you think you a gang bang. I don't want to say his own name, but you think you hard till you see Big Q walk up on you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I seen it happen. He walk up on you, say, "What you say you is now? Where you from?" You know what I'm saying?
6'4", 6'6",
Boy, Debo in real life. You know what I'm saying?
320 in
Man,
7th grade.
boy. Man, I thought dude was older than I ain't know he was the same age, man. It was unreal, man. But nah, you see the stuff that dudes be doing, like the crash out missions they be having dudes doing and stuff, like seeing dudes die because they broke in somebody's house. They ain't no dudes at home and he got hit with the gauge, you know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody run off. They leave you for dead, you know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. You see that kind of stuff. Like, they behind you. They say they behind you until something happened. Then you really see they not behind you, but then you land on the ground bleeding out. You know what I'm saying? Watching game banging in Little Rock. You see a dude arm that got hit. You see his arm got hit with the K, his shoulder, and his shoulder is gone. He not getting that back. You know what I'm saying? And like somebody took out a scalpel and just cut a piece of meat out of his shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
I went to
After getting
school
hit
with
with
him.
that K.
I went to
Huh?
school. I went to school with him.
But I'm just saying, like seeing stuff like that. Like I don't want to get hit with no AK. You know what I'm saying? To lose a piece of my shoulder, and I
And
don't get that back. You know what I'm saying?
like he like a part is like you could touch his bone. That's how.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. He
And
passed
then,
away.
huh?
Yeah, he passed away. But 2006 or seven, something like that.
Riding with somebody and they don't tell you they got dope in the car and they get pulled over and both of y'all go to jail for 10 years off. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So you just wanted to ride. I've seen these scenarios. People think you just making this stuff up. This stuff happens all the time. Getting in the car with somebody, they got a hot gun.
Yeah.
You don't know they got bodies on it. This dude got a 44 Magnum. He didn't buy it from the store. You gotta be
Uh-uh.
able to think through this stuff. Like, where do you get a 44 Magnum from? And you stay at the side,
Oh boy, hey
33rd.
man,
Ain't no gun
hey,
stores around there. You know what I'm saying?
hey, say Jack, you
I'm
get
just
well.
telling you, you gotta be able to think through this stuff. You know what
And
I'm saying?
at one point I was goofy like that too.
But
Goofy.
would you put somebody else in danger though?
No, no, no. I'm talking about
I'm saying it's people out there that will put you in danger though. I'm saying, and you
no.
gotta realize that like how much people they don't care about you. I'm saying this in a way
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like they don't care about your freedom because
Mm-mm.
they got this
I,
gun in the car. They don't even got no sense to tell you, hey,
it,
before you get in this car, I got this
uh-uh.
44 Magnum in here and the serial number scratched off. You know what I'm saying?
You give somebody a ride, boy. They done threw the pistol under your seat.
I know what I'm saying, yeah. And they
Mhm.
said that to you, you know what I'm saying?
It's like that ain't mine. Who's this? They in the back seat ain't said nothing.
I can't tell you how many dudes I know that sold dope and got robbed. You know what I'm saying? Happens all the time. I'm talking about, and then dudes that do it at a high level, they
Mhm.
rob you at a high level. Like I've seen dudes tell stories that they cut their power, their main power, the breaker box, and turn the
Mhm.
power off and come in and rob them. You know what I'm saying? Um, and your family there, they ain't gonna wait till your family leave and go to school and go to work. No, they're gonna do it while everybody there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Then you trying to sell dope, and it's hard to sell dope and nobody not know you. That's impossible. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
then back then, dudes was snitching, but it wasn't social media back then. You really didn't know. You know what I'm
mm-mm.
saying? You kind of had to have some kind of like he just got busted, but he back out on the streets.
Back at
Whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You
that
know what
boy
I'm saying?
hide.
Or
He hide.
um you start finding out in the streets that homeboys are murdering other homeboys and
Mm-hmm.
won't nobody say nothing because of the fear. But they know that he had something, they know that the other homeboy has something to do with it, but won't nobody say nothing at the same time because of the fear. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That happens a lot too. You know what I'm saying? You think people are for you until they not. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
jealousy, envy.
Boy.
Um,
Yeah, they're
some
doing
people in
it.
the ground because you mess with the wrong dude, baby mama, and you dead in the ground. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just because you mess with his baby, he not even married to her. He just that's his baby mama. You mess with her. You know what I'm saying? He put you in the ground behind that. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's all kind of scenarios, man, that happen in the streets that people think a lot of murders be random. They really don't.
They
A
really
lot of
do.
them, a lot of them really don't. It's really like you violating the code and you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
it's
just kind of how it go. Hmm?
unwritten code.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
unreal.
yeah. And like I
Mm.
say, the tough part about living in these neighborhoods back then, the gang banging, even the regular Joe people, your car, you can't have a nice car. They're gonna take
Yeah,
something.
that.
I mean, they'll take Cadillac, they take the emblem off your hood. You know what I'm saying? Pop the emblem. You know how hard it is to do that. Number one, to pop the emblem off the hood. People are doing that, man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
your
saying?
hubcaps,
Yeah,
your
hubcaps, all
radio.
this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got a radio? Oh
Yeah,
gosh, they
taking
were
that,
making a killing off them.
man. All that kind of stuff, man. Yeah. And
Yeah.
but yeah, that wasn't over exaggerated. Like if you stayed in that area, man, boy.
Any area.
I
Yeah.
remember my home, John Burr. They run from the police. They run it under the little sewer system, not sewer system, but the little water. the water passageways, the overflow passageways underground. He running up.
Man.
Oh, that's crazy, man. But them things are huge though. Over there by the park and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you come out over there by Parkview. You run up under that mud, come out over there by Parkview somewhere. Man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And in the South, I know you mess around, run from the police, you get caught in the wrong alleyway. They'll take you out in the South. You won't nobody even know.
Like,
you be in the alleyway somewhere, especially back up in there by Interstate Park and all that. You know, anything behind Booker, all behind Booker Elementary, there's a lot of alleys back up in there. Don't nobody fool with you. You get caught slipping, man. You want to.
I was coming down the hill one day, boy. I saw somebody running from the police. It was like, which way he go? I don't know, because it was 2 alleys. And 2 alleys, one gonna take you back to Front Street. You came down the hill, where you go? I don't know.
You better not get caught in the alley. You get caught in that alley, boy. Ooh-wee.
And I already know where he was going. I was like, I already know where he going.
And then it's another thing about living in the neighborhood back then. How many people had to let you knew what happened, but you couldn't say nothing?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about like even the regular civilians. You knew what happened, but you couldn't say nothing. Like it really was a penalty for snitching back then. Like for real. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, except my great grandma's.
Huh? So what?
My great grandma. She like, you better not do nothing over there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And they show was like, don't do nothing in front of my dear boy. She sure gonna tell it.
Yeah. And then sometimes because you can't say nothing, that's trauma, that's PTSD within itself. Because you gotta hold on to that. You can't say nothing. You gotta find a way to let that go and keep moving. But you seen this dude brains on the ground shaking because he got his brain blow it out, but you can't say nothing about that. You know, you gotta let it go. That happens too. A lot of people walking around with that, like, man, saw my homeboy, man, get murdered in the front seat. I can't say nothing about it. Families had to see their loved ones, like when that happens, right? You know, they ride in the Caprice, he gets shot in the passenger seat, everybody else, they gone, they left. And, you know, he left for dead, you know what I'm saying? That happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's just part of being in the streets. You got to realize they with you until they not with you. You know what I'm saying? They with you until they not with you. I mean, they'll drop you off at the hospital, but they're not going to stay with you. And it just you got to figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just a repeated cycle because they're going to double back.
Yeah.
It's just a repeating cycle.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Seeing that made me not want to get about. Like I said, when I was watching Game Bang Little Rock that though, and like a lot of young dudes, the funerals were so high. Like, I mean, people was dying back then. Young people was dying back then, man. Crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So many over the intercom at school. So and so passed, man. Pray for his family. It's like, man, we 13, 11, 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Or, you see dude rob a bank. But I think that started a lot when I was in 8. When Set It Off came out, I think that influenced a lot of that crazy stuff too. And he definitely influenced bank robbers, whether they want to admit that or not. You ever see that movie Heat? With Al Pacino and them? That influenced, boy. And man, these dudes we went to school with in junior high, they probably still doing time behind bank robbers and robbing restaurants and stuff. And then I think another thing too will stop is when somebody from the streets do something and then they get killed by the person defending themselves, and then the neighborhood turn on the dude who was defending himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna say it's not wrong that he went in there and tried to rob him, but it's wrong for him to shoot him though. You know what I'm saying? It happens a lot too.
Yeah.
It's like hypocritical. The streets is hypocritical sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why ain't nobody gonna say nothing, because they shouldn't did it. Shouldn't try to run up in nobody's spotlight.
That's true. Boy, some of them agents ain't playing. They got that 357. They waiting on you. They not playing. I ain't never heard of anybody rob pickpack. I never heard nobody robbing pickpack.
Nah, I ain't never heard that.
I never heard nobody rob Peter's Fish Market either. When he was there, I know his wife probably had it now, but
Yeah,
when
they've
he was
been
there, I never heard nobody rob Peter's Fish Market either. You know what I'm saying?
it's like that was one of those are like staples. They've been there so long.
But
Like
people still a robbery in the black neighborhood. They're still a robbery. If they know they
I'm
can rob
certain.
you and get away with it, they still a do it.
Yeah, it's just certain stores like they've been there so long. Pickpack was there when I was a kid, so I know
Yeah.
it's been there so, and it was there probably before I was born.
And that was
So
by Highland Park and they didn't get robbed. Think about that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but they had a food court that was out there. It got robbed all the time.
Oh, what? Yeah. I
That's
know Mr. Okalai, he used to get robbed in Granny Mountain. He talk about that all the time. He stopped coming out there, man.
they
Because
had.
you know Granny Mountain is like a horseshoe. You get caught in the
Mhm.
middle of that horseshoe. You got to get to the they let you go all the way in the middle. You
Mhm.
got come off of it. I want it all. I want the Haagen-Dazs, everything you got. I want it. Matter of fact, just give me the whole deep freeze out the back of that mug.
Yeah, but he's going there too. Goodness.
Yeah, when you an ice cream man, don't go through the projects, bro. That ain't gonna work, man.
And they don't be able.
Huh?
They, yeah, they had a little change, but they ain't have enough to be like, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, don't fall for it. People say it wasn't. They over exaggerating this. It was crazy, man. Dudes out, man. It was boy.
I think it's more rough
Man.
now.
You think it's more rough now? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I think they more. I think a lot more stuff was done back then that didn't get caught because they didn't have the technology then. But these dudes, I don't know. It's like they want to get caught. They know it's cameras and they still sliding on people. That's crazy. I mean, I'm every time riding around in Little Rock, you see them black poles going up with the solar panels on them. You know what I'm saying? You got to be crazy to do something now. You know what I'm saying? They could track your cell phone without your permission, really, to be honest. If you're doing a crime, yeah, you do your crime, you give up that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think back then it wasn't a lot of, especially like when you were like in College Station and Granite Mountain, it's so far out. It's not in the city. It's you kind of getting on the outskirts. Sweet Home, Riceville. Man, people don't realize, man, the country dudes, man, they ain't got nothing to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes will murder you, man, throw you in a blue hole, and you're not gonna get found. You know what I'm saying? You just not. Throw you in the backwoods somewhere. You're not gonna get found. Woodson, way out. That's way out. You know what I'm saying? The sheriff not gonna get there in time. You know what I'm saying? Even in let's say Granite Mountain, remember they had that pool back there?
Mm-hmm.
You go to?
Yeah.
And that's back off in the cut. Now you off the main street. You go back to that pool, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Boy.
I used to work with my granddad in the summertime.
Yeah. Man.
God damn, Granite Mountain rough, boy.
Boy, Granite Mountain was rough, man. It was rough, man. Man. Especially if you stayed in the middle, like toward the middle.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how it was set up, it was like how Highland Court was set up, like the back end of Highland Court. So
Because they call it Highland Court, man. They're one way in, one way out. I don't know who engineered that. That was crazy. Boy, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But even back up in the neighborhood, though, like Monroe and back up in there behind Highland Court, man, it was crazy back up in there, too. Because it's kind of boxed in the neighborhood, kind of boxed in, like Fair Park, like from Fair Park all the way over probably to Pine Street or something like that, man. That was.
I told you, you see them president's name or anything that deal with a tree.
Yeah.
You might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Insert numbers.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're gonna get off this thing, man. We just wanted to talk about that. Like, don't think people talking about it's over exaggerating. It was crazy back then. This is before technology, man. You know what I'm saying? It's still a lot of unsolved stuff from back then. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. But now, dude, you slide now if you want to. It'll be like Lil Durk. Think you slick. Boy, that boy can't even get bun, man. Over with.
Yeah. Don't sit you down.
Like, let me ask you this, and then we'll be done. I'm tripping. Do you think that Gunna should have just drove his own stuff? He should never, if he knew Thug was on that goofy time, he should never be riding with him at the point he was at in his career.
I don't know, cause Thugger was on. He was on. They was on top of the world.
I'm saying he on goofy time though. Like, if
Yeah.
he know he on goofy time, and the feds watching him, you know what I'm saying?
When you give a street dude money like that, they ain't fully got out yet. Yeah. I mean, Gunna, he probably was trying to seek validation.
Yeah, yeah,
My name tied to this, so
yeah, yeah.
mm,
And it cost him. Yeah,
yeah,
that's how it worked. Yeah,
no,
get that
yeah.
pressure, boy. Get that pressure put on you. Yeah, I think what's his name? He trying to be like. I hope he not trying to be like the young Larry Hoover. I hope not. But boy, it sure seems like it sometimes. Pooh, man.
Barbecue chicken.
Like his dad should be accountable. Like, dude, that don't make sense. If you do that with your, how do your son talk you into doing that? That's
But that's
crazy.
that's so Memphis. That's so Memphis.
That's Memphis.
That's
He
so
said that's Memphis for you.
that's so Memphis, boy.
He said that's Memphis for you.
Uh,
The son talked the dad into doing that. That's crazy.
y'all don't listen to Pooh. It was like his dad was his first co-defendant. Shit. That was his first
Woo.
co-defendant when he called him back when he was younger. So
Man,
you heard how his mama talking on that song? Yeah,
man,
man, that's so Memphis, man.
yeah, boy,
That's Memphis for you.
man.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys, we finna get out this thing, man. Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. We close to 400. Help us go ahead and get over that 400. Get into the fives, man.
Yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe. YouTube, Facebook,
Yeah. What your
Instagram.
library head is, man.
Huh?
Yeah. Go on, get it to 400. I need 1K, suckers.
What's the prices, man, on the yards, man? We need to put that on
Yeah,
there too, man. We're gonna
man.
put that. Let me make a banner real quick. Put that on there
Prices
too.
start at 65. Inflation.
Boy,
Inflation.
man. For the church, when I be cutting grass at the church, they got a 5-gallon tank. I told them, man, it costs almost $25 to fill that thing up. Now, a 5-gallon gas can costs $20 to fill up. That's the least you go spend. And that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And you want me to charge $40? You crazy? You know what I'm saying? You crazy, man.
Yeah. I was like, what? No. Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I feel
That's
you, man. But yeah, y'all check this out. Did I spell it right? Get your
yeah.
lawn care done, man. I don't know. I put 2 O's in there, but get it done, man. He putting out quality work, man. That's what he doing, man.
And
And
don't go up the street and let them mess up your yard if you want to.
boy, for real, line edge and be off, be crooked. Got that Stephen A. edge line, boy. Then he ain't cutting grass with good blades and make your lawn bare because he didn't mess the grass so they ain't growing back right. I done seen it.
Mm.
You know what? I'm gonna come back to you now. Now you want me to come back? You all the best, but now you want me to come back. Yeah, I just went up to 80. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't keep your word.
Keep your word. All right, guys.
Mm.
We signing out this thing. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments. Check us out Monday. We'll be back on this thing Monday. And surviving that thing, man. Let us know what you think. How'd you survive? How'd you get out? Anything you want to say before we get out of here, though?
Nothing much, man. Hope everybody have a good, productive week.
Yeah, man. And we will catch you on the next one. Make sure y'all we're going to talk about that Monday, but Father's Day. Make sure y'all take care of the fathers out there that's holding it down, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one, man.
Mm-hmm.